Front shoulder closed. That's better.
Boy. Two more.
Try one more. Keep your front shoulder closed a little longer. You're out here, Brady. Throwing it from here. You want to be here and then here, all right? It's together. Front shoulder comes with the hand.
Lewis is a sophomore center fielder. Banana is a front.
There it is. Perfect. Nice pitch. Feel that difference?
Yeah.
That was the key.
Yeah.
You're trying to do this when the curveball is here.
Yeah.
This stays closed just like the fastball. Good, you. Hey, let's go, Ethan.
Come on, quick. There we go, Brady. What do you say, Brady?
We get the knee up high, right? We want to be able to hold it. Now in this position, you can see that my foot is below the knee.
You have to pick up your leg. Or, I don't care how you do it, but you have to get to this point. Pitchers do it like this, but no matter, you have to come to the stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. That's the balance.
Everybody needs good balance.
Okay.
They need to feel comfortable on the rubber and somewhat have a quiet landing where they can feel comfortable to pick up the spot where they want to hit and actually have a good release point and a consistent one.
Because I want it. Everybody wants to know, right? Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
So what was your keys to a good, consistent balance? What did you do? Rhythm tester.
When I got here, I wanted to make sure that once I brought that leg up, I was in balance good enough to actually ride down, separate on time, and ride the slope.
Was there a drill you did?
I did.
So was that it?
I got a lot of balancing in the clubhouse. I would do a lot of balancing, go pick up the ball, do stuff like that, and have this.
Right? Remember, as the knee drops, that's the signal to break the hands. When you release the ball properly from the glove, all right, the hands separate. All right, the hands are in front of the body. Now, Roger Clemens has developed muscle memory. And what he does is, as the hands separate, he comes down, slightly back. His arm never straightens completely. The elbows come up, bringing the hand, and then into the high cock position. All right, it's called a tight circle. Now, his is very good, and Toronto is teaching it to all of its minor leaguers. His hand with the ball, I'll leave the glove here, as he drops, if you look at it from the side, it looks like his arm is straight, but it's not. It's still in a flex position, hand on top of the ball, and it's slightly out in front of his body as his elbows raise to go up into the number 3 position.
To me, it seems relatively simple, the adjustment he has to make. When you stop to look at him and you see where he separates the ball from the glove, it gives the batter a clear view of his hands. So all they have to do is track his hands and know the location where he's delivering the pitch or see the rotation on the ball. See? That's Machado against him. He has a lot of time to look at that arm and to look at that hand separating the glove. It means he's separating himself from the glove a little bit too far. That allows the hitter, and Scope is one kid that it looks to me like he's just looking at his hands. So he gets to see the slider early enough to actually put a good swing on it, especially if he's hanging. One other thing is, well, he's not getting up on top on time. And 2 good examples for him, and everybody at home can watch this. This is Volkis and DeGrom. And look how little of a margin they have for Archer, to deliver the ball, to separate from the ball, and how long it is for Archer to actually, the batters to see the ball.
It might be just a little adjustment he needs to make with his hands, but the other thing is getting in a position to throw the best pitch. If you're open and he's got a wipeout slider, he has, and right now it's a little flatter at times because you don't have anything to throw it against. The one luxury that I had that he had, and I knew that my slider was going to break 100% away from a right-hander. Now, sometimes I didn't throw it exactly where I wanted to, but if you know it's going to break, you got to be doing something mechanically to allow that to happen. If it spins and goes the other way or flattens out, you're giving up a lot of home runs.
But it might be just bringing his hands a little bit closer to his body so that he can bring those hands back to the stripe of his pants and hide the ball a little bit, and also square himself up like John says. Square off a little bit in a 45-degree angle.
As we come down, okay, you'll notice that my toe is pointed towards the right-handed batter's box. My elbow, front elbow, is used as a sight. If I was to bring the arm out towards the hitter, all right, palm down, thumb down, holding the ball, still gripping firm enough to hold on to it, you'll notice that my elbow is still used as a sight.
This is how to go. This is where you throw to the target. This is your eyeball, all right? Yeah, bullseye. Yeah. bull's eye. Right there. See that? Right there. Right there.
Let's try working on the form of the lead leg as it drops from the high knee position, right? Remember, as the knee drops, that's the signal to break the hands, right? We'll work on that a little bit in a minute. As the leg starts to drop, you'll notice that the side of my foot, the lead foot, the side of the leg, all the way up to the hip, are facing the hitter, right? That's very important because it keeps the entire body closed.
Okay, right here. Then I'm here. I have to go all the way across. Yeah. Right here. Okay? I'm close. Right here. From here. You stay close. You close here. I'm close. Already. I don't have to be like this. No, I'm close. I'm right here. From here, you go forward.
As we're leading out, in order to keep your weight back, and this is something that you'll do on the balance beam, when you get on the mound, it's very important. So as you start to lead down, as the hands separate, it's a feeling of pulling back with the upper body. You lead out with the front hip. As the hands separate and we start out, we want to use that elbow as a sight. So the shoulders have to be straight along the imaginary line between second base and the plate. The front foot, the lead foot, comes out. We're showing the side of our foot to the hitter.
Did it matter what you led with? Tree, standing tall and fall, or did you drive with your lower half?
It's a combination. The first thing I wanted to do was give you my hips.
Okay.
The line, the stripe of my pants going forward. Boom.
Got it.
Elbow, eyes, and everything. And then ride the slope of the mound and make sure that I landed in a 45 degree with my toes so that I could have the flexibility to bend that knee at the time I release the ball. Because that will force me to hold the ball for longer and actually bring it down. If you look at this kid, you can see the stress that he puts on those ligaments where the elbow is. And that's the biggest issue nowadays with the young players and the Tommy John surgery. See, he flies open with the front leg, and instead of a 45 degree, flies open with the front shoulder. That leads him to stay open, put a lot of stress on that elbow trying to bring that ball over the plate. Instead, he has a high pitch. I haven't seen where that pitch finishes, but I guarantee you it's high.
Those are ligaments right there.
And that's exactly where everybody gets the damage done, in the ligaments right here. A lot of power, baby ligaments, and bad mechanics.
All right, get on the mound right now and show us what you're talking about, like as far as, you know, him going open to opposed to going straight at home plate.
When you step on the rubber, you want to be, if anything, kind of across a little bit in a 45 degree angle. Once you land, you come from here, you want to keep all this in line. And then you go and you land in a 45 degree. Your cleats are designed to actually break the ground and keep you in line. Instead, this kid is open this way. When it goes that way, this goes, and this gets exposed and doesn't have the time to get properly on top like it should. He gets down here, so all the stress and pronating that arm to bring the ball over, that's what causes the stress in the ligaments in here. And the kind of stuff that he shows during his pitching, it looks really good, but it concerns me a little bit. And that's why you're seeing one good outing and one not so good, because he's probably not recovering as good as he would if he had cleaner mechanics. He throws against his body a little bit, opens up a little bit too soon, and that's why you see those pitches go so erratic on him. If the Detroit Tigers don't emphasize a lot on his mechanics and cleaning up his mechanics and cleaning up his release point, you'll probably be looking at a guy that's going to get hurt.
So what's the first thing he needs to fix on the mound in terms of a mechanic?
I think it's
what would you, if you could work with him, what would you do?
I'll just keep his balance a little bit better on the mound, and I'll have him probably close up a little bit from here. Keep him a little bit longer on the front side and quieter so that he can land in a good position, get his arm into a good position before he opens up from here. Because as soon as you open up from the top of your body, the elbow gets exposed. He's going to be exposing that elbow a lot. And what's going to happen is it's going to hurt his elbow, and Tommy John will follow.
Stay close,
after
close
that.
longer.
Stay close, keep his balance in the mount,
Yeah.
and make sure that his landing is right along with the way he has the front part of his
great.
body.